Hello viewers and welcome to the program. If you've been following the program for the past few weeks, you would have noticed that at the semi-finals, Presby Boys lost to St. Peter's and Prempeh College lost to Achimota. So today we have Presby Boys and Prempeh College here to compete for the 3rd and 4th place. Both schools have incidentally won the cup 2 times already, and I'm sure they were both hoping to win it a 3rd time, but it didn't happen. So, well, each school would want to console themselves with 3rd position today. So I believe it's going to be a keen contest. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Let's now meet the contestants. Prempeh College is to my right and represented by
SS3.
Otinjima Louis, SS3.
Mensa Richard, SS3.
Presby Boys Secondary School is to my left and represented by
Daniel Amiabuidi, Form 3.
Michael Okankwe, Form 3.
Fred Solomon, SS3.
There we are with our contestants. We'll start with round 1. You have 15 seconds within which to give me an answer. Prempeh College, give the systematic name for isooctane, a hydrocarbon used in defining octane number of petrol. Louise?
2,2,4-trimethylpentane.
That is correct. Presec, 2 substances are used in defining octane numbers of petroleum. One of them is isooctane. What is the second compound? Alfred?
Heptane.
N-heptane is correct. What do the following acronyms in color television transmission system stand for? Yes, Richard.
Phase alternating line.
Again.
Phase alternating line. Or phase alternation line.
It's phase alternation line. That is correct. Presec, NTSC. Michael.
National Television Standard Committee.
That is correct. Prempeh, if 2 log to base x of y equals 3, find the relation between y and x. Yes, Louise.
S cube is equal to y squared.
That is correct. Presec, if 3 log to base y of x equals 4, find a relation between y and x. Yes, Alfred.
X cube is equal to y raised to the power 4.
That is correct. Prempeh College, what is the study of the structure and functions of ductless glands called? Yes, Richard.
Endocrinology.
It's endocrinology. Presec, what is the study of bones called? Study of bones. Yes, but Daniel.
Orthopedics.
It's not orthopedics. The study of bones. Yes, Michael.
Osteopathy.
You have one last chance, Michael.
Osteopathology.
No. For a bonus. Yes, Jobin.
Osteology.
It's osteology. Osteology. Your question, Prempeh College. The equilibrium reaction between nitrogen and hydrogen to give ammonia is favored by high pressures. Why? Yes, Jobin.
This is because we have more moles on the product side than on the reactant side. And according to Little's principle, and a system will adjust itself so as to partially offset the stress. So with an increase in pressure, the system will move in such a direction as to decrease the total number of moles in the reacting system.
I'll give you that. Presec, your question. The equilibrium reaction between N2 and H2 to give ammonia is exothermic and should be favored by low temperatures according to Le Chatelier's principle. Why is it that low temperatures are not ideal for commercial production of ammonia? Yes, Daniel.
This is because for commercial production of ammonia, large quantity of ammonia must be produced, and low temperature slows down the rate of reaction. So
that is correct. Prempeh, what is the terminal velocity of a falling object? What do we mean by terminal velocity of a falling object? Louise.
It is the constant velocity at which the weight of the falling body is balanced by the sum of the upthrust on it and the viscous drag.
I'll give you the mark. It is the constant velocity attained by a falling object when the upward force of air resistance balances the weight of the object. Presec, what are complementary colors? Yes, Michael.
There are any two colors that can be combined to give you white light.
That is correct. Now listen to this common statement. A number is selected at random from a set S equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10. Find the probability the number is a prime. Prempeh. Probability the number is a prime. Yes, Louise.
2 or 5.
2 over 5 is correct. Presec. Find the probability it is a factor of 10. Yes, Daniel.
1 over 10.
No. Yes, Alfred.
3 over 10.
You have one last chance. Factor of 10. Michael.
It's 2 over 5.
It's 2 over 5. Prempeh, where exactly in the human body would you find otoliths? Yes, Jobin.
Under the arm, in the armpits.
Not in the armpit. For a bonus, Alfred.
In the ear.
In the ear. In the inner ear. Presec, where exactly in the human body would you find cupula? Yes, Alfred. In the inner ear. Viewers, that brings us to the end of round 1.
As I start my day, I know they are counting on me. I am a truck driver for the Ghana Education Trust Fund. My job is to supply books to schools across the country. Whenever I see the school kids, my mind goes back to my school days. I too had hopes and dreams that sadly never came to pass. I made a firm promise to myself that if I couldn't chase my dreams, I would make sure that others could. Seeing these happy kids simply warms my heart. It's happening every day, and I'm proud to be part of GetFund. GetFund, we invest in tomorrow's leaders.
End of the first round. Prempeh College has 21 points. Presec has 22 points. For round 2, again, you have 15 seconds to give me an answer and 30 seconds for questions that involve calculation. Presec, what factors determine the EMF of a generator? Yes, Daniel.
The number of turns in the secondary coil and the number of turns in the primary coil. Also the current passing through the secondary and the primary coils.
No, do you want to add to that, Michael?
The strength of the magnetic field.
Yes.
We have the number of turns, the rate of change of the magnetic flux, and then the current flowing in the generator.
You get 2 over 10. Oh, sorry. I'll give you 2 out of 3. You mentioned the number of turns or loops of the armature, both the primary and secondary, the number of turns, then the strength of the magnetic field, then the speed of rotation of the armature. Those are the factors that determine the EMF of the generator. Prempeh, What is the use of magnetic keepers when storing magnets? The use of magnetic keepers when storing magnets. Jobeng.
It's placed at the end of bar magnets so that they do not lose their magnetism. But with time.
I'll give you the mark. So they reduce self-demagnetization of the magnets. Your question, Presec. Most of the glands that secrete digestive juices are exocrine glands. That is, they pour their secretion into ducts rather than into the bloodstream. Why do you think this is so? Yes, Michael.
Because where the enzymes are needed for the digestion is exactly where they are produced. So there's no need for it to be transported in the blood. So they are just brought to the site when they'll be used.
That is correct. Prempeh, the pancreas produces trypsin and other enzymes that act on proteins. Explain why these enzymes do not digest away the pancreas itself. Yes, Jobeng.
Because they are secreted in active forms.
That is correct. Sec, your question. Find the x values of the stationary points of the function y equals 3x raised to power 5 minus 25x cubed plus 60x. Yes, Michael.
It's 1 or 4.
No. For a bonus, Prempeh. Yes, Richard.
2 or 1.
Yeah, I'll let it pass. I'll give you the name. It's plus or minus 2 and plus or minus 1. Your own question, Prempeh. Find the x values of the points of inflection of the function defined by y equals x raised to power 4 minus 6x cubed minus 24x squared plus 6x plus 7. Jobeng.
X is 1 or X is 3.
That's not true. For a bonus, Alfred.
X is minus 1 or X is equal to 4.
That is correct. This is to both schools. Ghana unfortunately does not manufacture clinker, which is a raw material for cement. Ghana unfortunately does not manufacture clinker, which is a raw material for cement. Name one raw material needed for the manufacture of clinker. Only one attempt. Yes, Michael.
Clay or calcium silicate.
Clay is correct. Another one, Prempeh College. Yes, Louise.
Limestone or calcium
Limestone
carbonate.
is correct. The others are sand and energy. Presec your question. An object produces a virtual image in a concave mirror. Where is the object placed? Where is the object placed? Michael.
It's between the focal point and then the pole of the mirror.
That is correct. Your major question, Prempeh. The vertices of a parallelogram PQRS are P00, Q23, RXY, and S24. Find the values of X and Y. Yes,
S is equal to 4 and Y is equal to 7.
that is correct. Please listen carefully. In human communities, the use of plant products to feed animals, which in turn provide eggs, meat, and dairy. In human communities, the use of plant products to feed animals, which in turn provide eggs, meat, and dairy products, is wasteful. Presec, from the standpoint of energy flow in food chains, do you agree with this statement? Only one attempt. Do you agree with this statement? Yes, Michael.
Yeah, it is quite wasteful because plants are mainly made up of carbohydrates and cellulose. but the animals that are producing egg, meat, and dairy require protein, and therefore, when you feed them with those types of food, they are wasting the cellulose or the carbohydrate aspect of the food.
Do you want to add to that, Alfred?
I'll say that it's not wasteful because plants are the.
I'll pass it on for a bonus. Prempeh.
Yes, it's wasteful because by feeding the plants on the animals and in turn feeding it on the organisms you intend to feed, you increase the number of elements or feeding levels in the since energy is lost at each of a greater amount of energy, a greater amount of energy will be lost. But by feeding the animals directly on the plants, you decrease the number of elements or the trophic levels in the food chain. Thereby, you decrease the amount of energy that will be lost since it's a direct feeding relationship.
I'm sorry, it's not clear what you want to say. You had already been given a preamble, and we are simply asking from the standpoint of energy flow, do you agree with this statement or not? Yes, and it's because only 10% of the plant material is converted to animal products. That's all. Your own question, Prempeh College. From the standpoint of human, do you agree? Explain. Only one attempt. Yes, Jobin.
No, I don't agree because by feeding the animals directly on the plant, they can derive only carbohydrates, but then by feeding them on animal products, you can gain both carbohydrates and proteins collectively.
Are you talking about the animals or who? Presec for a bonus. Yes, Daniel.
I do not agree because as the trophic level rises, the proportion of the energy reduces. So by the time it will get to the human population, much of the energy has been used by the animals, and not all the parts of the animals will be consumed by human population. So about 1% of the energy will be efficient.
At all. I think you all missed the question. Now, I gave a preamble. In human communities, the use of plant products to feed animals, which in turn provide eggs, meat, and dairy products, is wasteful. From the standpoint of human nutrition, do you agree with this statement? No, you shouldn't agree because humans cannot obtain all their essential amino acids from the plant. It has to be fed to the animal, who can then provide first-class proteins to the human being. Your question, Presec. If in an experiment to prepare palmitic acid, shea butter and palm oil were provided as raw materials, which one would you select for the preparation? Explain your answer. Only one attempt. Yes, Daniel.
Palm oil because it contains palmitic acid, but shea butter contains butyric acid.
I'm sorry, Daniel. I said only one attempt. You have to go for the shea butter because it is a fat, and so it may contain more of the saturated fatty acids, which will include palmitic acid. Your question, Prempeh College. Which mineral is associated with the town in Suta in the western region of Ghana? And what happens to the mineral? In other words, what do Ghanaians do with the mineral? What mineral is associated with the town in Suta? Yes, Jobing.
Manganese. And manganese is mainly used for the manufacture in alloys. It's used mainly in alloys for the manufacture of daily utensils and household products.
You get 1 out of 3. The mineral is manganese ore, and we don't use it for anything in Ghana. We export it in the raw form. Viewers, that brings us to the end of round 2.
As a little girl, my dream was to become a doctor. I always wanted to help the sick. Now I'm in the dental school together with others who had similar dreams. The support from the Ghana Education Trust Fund has made things a lot better. Their support has helped provide new equipment, teaching aids, improved facilities, and our student loan. We're studying hard, and we know that we can continue to count on support from GetFund to turn our dreams into reality.
At the end of the second round, here are the scores. Prempeh College has 35 points. Presec has 37 points. And now to round 3, the problem of the day. The problem is worth 10 points. It will be attempted in 3 minutes by both schools. Contestants, please turn over your sheets. A spherical mirror is to be used to form an image on a screen 5 meters from the mirror. The image is 5 times as tall as the object. If the object is located in front of the mirror, determine the position of the mirror relative to the object and describe the type of mirror. That, viewers, is the problem of the day.
The future lies in the hands of our children. Children today, leaders tomorrow. And education holds the key. Without the proper learning environment, these children may never reach their full potential. And it should not be that way.
It looks like what?
That is where the Ghana Education Trust Fund steps in, so that these children can have access to basic facilities and enjoy the learning experience. Gradually, one by one, we are removing the barriers in the way of quality basic education. We will continue, so they too can continue. GetFund. We invest in tomorrow's leaders.
You're welcome back. Let's now have the contestants go to the boards to present their solutions. Thank you, contestants, for your solutions. Let's go through what I have. We said the object in front of the mirror implies the object is real and the object distance u is positive. Also, image formed on the screen implies the image is real and the image distance v is positive. Therefore, v equals plus 5 meters. But for a mirror, magnification m equals negative v over u. Hence, with both u and v being positive, m must be negative. That implies that m equals negative v over u, and that equals negative 5. Therefore, u equals negative v over m, which equals negative v over negative 5, and that's the same as v over 5, and that equals plus 5 over 5, and it should give you plus 1.0 meter. This implies the object is positioned 1.0 meter in front of the mirror. From the mirror equation, 1 over f equals 1 over u plus 1 over v. Therefore, f equals uv over u plus v. And that equals plus 1.0 times plus 5 all over plus 1.0 plus 5. And that is plus 5 over 6, and that equals plus 0.83 meters. A positive f implies that the mirror is concave. Therefore, the mirror is a concave mirror of focal length f equals 0.83 meters. Let's look at the solution from Prempeh College. You'll notice that they found u to be 1 meter. But we had asked for the position. If the object is located in front of the mirror, determine the position of the mirror relative to the object. So they had to tell us that the object is positioned 1.0 meter in front of the mirror. That did not come out. And they got the focal length right. I don't want to place so much emphasis on all the negatives and positives that they had to recognize, because at the end, they got the mirror to be a concave mirror of focal length 5/6 or 0.83. So I give them 9 out of 10. The solution from Presec is not very different. They also did not tell us the position of the object. The focal length of the mirror they got right, and they realized it's a concave mirror. So they also get 9/10. Let's move on to round 4. You have 30 seconds in most cases to give me an answer. 15 seconds when questions do not involve calculation. Your question, Prempeh College. A car of mass 900 kilograms traveling at 30 meters per second must stop in a time of 6 seconds. Calculate the average deceleration of the car and the average force applied by the brakes. We are calculating two things: average deceleration of the car and average force applied by the brakes. Yes, Richard.
The average deceleration is -5 meters per second squared, or is 5 meters per second squared, and the force is 4,500 newtons.
That is correct. Presec, a car of mass 900 kilograms traveling at 30 meters per second must stop in a distance of 50 meters. Calculate the average deceleration of the car and the average force applied by the brakes. Yes, Alfred.
The deceleration is 9 meters per second square, and then the force is 8,100 newtons.
That is correct. This is to both schools. A linear transformation is defined by x prime equals x minus 2y and y prime equals 2x plus y. Prempeh, find the point whose image under this transformation is -1, 3. Yes, Jobin.
1-1.
1-1 is correct. Find the point whose image under this transformation is 4, 3. Alfred.
2 minus 1.
That is correct. Give me 3 distinguishing characteristics of organisms in the class Tabellaria. Yes, Jobin, is your hand up. Yes, go ahead.
They have cilia, they have a ventral mouth, and they are flattened dorsal-ventrally.
Again?
They have cilia on their body. They have a ventral mouth, and they are flattened dorsal-ventrally. And they have...
It's all right. I'll let it pass. So you mentioned the flattened body, the cilia, and the ventral mouth, the mouth located on the ventral surface. Also, they have a mouth but no anus, and the body is bilaterally symmetrical. Presec, give me 3 distinguishing characteristics of organisms in the class Cephalopoda. Yes, Daniel.
They have jet propulsion materials, they have tentacles, and they have soft bodies.
They have what?
Their body is soft and...
Do you want to add to that, Michael?
And their shell is reduced. Their shell is absent. or it's reduced?
Anything else, you still have time. Sorry, you've been bailed out. 2 out of 3. You mentioned jet propulsion and the tentacles. Their mouth is surrounded by tentacles. Their legs are modified for siphon and jet propulsion. They have a tongue called the radula, and they have well-developed head, eyes, and nervous system. Your question, Prempeh College. Calculate the amount in moles of butane gas that can be stored in a compressed gas cylinder with a volume 83 dm cubed at 9,000 kilopascals, that is 90 atmospheres, at 27 degrees Celsius. Take R to be 8.3 joule per mole per Kelvin. Yes, Jobin.
300 moles.
300 moles, correct. Presec, calculate the mass in kilograms of oxygen that can be stored in a compressed gas cylinder with a volume 8.3 dm cubed at 3,000 kilopascals at 27 degrees Celsius. Take R to be 8.3 joule per mole per Kelvin. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. That's the oxygen element is 16. Yes, Alfred.
0.032 kilogram.
Watch it. Yes.
0.32 kilograms.
It's 0.32 kilograms. Prempeh. Please listen attentively to this one. 2 stationary particles of masses m1 and m2 are distanced d apart. A third particle experiences no gravitational force if it lies on the line joining m1 and m2 at a distance x from m1. Find x if m1 equals 9 kilograms and m2 equals 4 kilograms. Yes, Louise.
X is equal to d minus x all squared.
It's not true. How can x be equal to d minus x all squared? Yes, Presec. Michael.
X is d over 4.
No, x is not d over 4. X is 3 over 5d or 0.6d. Your own question, Presec. 2 masses m1 and m2 are at a distance d apart. The gravitational force on a third particle placed between m1 and m2 and at a distance x from m1 is found to be 0 when x equals 2d over 3. Find the ratio m1 over m2. Yes, Alfred. It's not 2 over 3. Yes, Michael.
4 is to 1.
4 is to 1. The mane of a male lion, the antlers of a male deer, and the comb of a cock are all examples of what? Yes, Jobin.
Vestigial structures.
No, that is not true. I actually love this question, you know. Yes, Richard.
Court-shaped structures.
I will not take court-shaped structures. Louis' last attempt, or Jobe?
They are structures that are used to attract members of the opposite sex.
I want the well, Presec for a bonus.
Structures.
No, they are secondary sexual characteristics. Presec, the appendix of human beings, the limbs of a snake, and the wings of an ostrich are all examples of what? Daniel? And these are vestigial organs. There's a statement to both schools. Ethyl benzene, a raw material for the production of styrene, an industrial chemical, is made from benzene and ethene in the presence of HCl and AlCl3. Prempeh, calculate the expected yield in grams of ethyl benzene from 60 grams of benzene and 14 grams of ethene. Atomic masses for carbon and hydrogen are 12 and 1, respectively. Your time is running out. Yes, Louise.
78 grams.
No, for a bonus Presec. Michael.
75 grams.
No, it's 53 grams. 53 grams. Your own question, Presec. Calculate the mass of ethyl benzene to be obtained from 156 grams of benzene and 62 grams of ethene if the actual yield of the method is 80%. Yes, Daniel.
75.2 grams.
No, that's not true. Yes, Alfred.
It's 5.6.
No, for a bonus Prempeh College.
Grams.
No. The answer is 169.6 grams. Now, the balanced equation is C6H6 plus CH2CH2, that's your ethene, C2H4. It will give you C6H5 CH2CH3. Let's just leave it as that. Now, the mass for the benzene is 78. The mass for the ethene is 28. The mass for the ethyl benzene is 106. When you have 60 grams, that is greater than half mole, okay? So only 14 grams of ethene will react. So it will react with half mole. So instead of reacting with all the 60, it will react with just 39 grams, according to Gay-Lussac's law. And it will give you 53 grams. In the second case, you have 156 grams of benzene. That is twice the benzene. It will only react with 56, which is twice the ethene. So you don't have to work with the 62 that you are given. You have to be mindful of Gay-Lussac's law and find out how much of the ethene is really going to react. And so you get 169.6. Let's move on. Your question, Prempeh. Find A and B such that 2x plus 2 over x minus 1 into x plus 3 is equivalent to A over x minus 1 plus B over x plus 3. Louis?
A is half and B is equal to 1.
Watch it. Yes, Richard.
A is 4 over 3 and then B is 2 over 3.
Last chance, Louis.
A is half and B is minus
For
1.
a bonus, Alfred.
A is 1, B is 4.
Oh no. A is 1 and B is 1. A is 1 and B is 1. Your own question, Presec. Find A and B such that x over 3 all over x plus 1 into x minus 1 is equivalent to a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 1. Michael.
A is 1 over 6 and B is 1 over 6.
That's not true. Yes, Alfred.
A is 1 over 6 and B is minus 1 over 6.
No. We want A and B. Yes, Daniel.
A is 1 over 3 and B is 1.
For a bonus, Louise.
A is 1 over 6 and B is 1 over 3.
Why are they all giving me the same thing? I have here A is 2 and B is minus 1. A is 2 and B is minus 1. Viewers, that brings us to the end of round 4.
As a little girl, my dream was to become a doctor. I always wanted to help the sick. Now I'm in the dental school together with others who had similar dreams. The support from the Ghana Education Trust Fund has made things a lot better. Their support has helped provide new equipment, teaching aids, improved facilities, and our student loan. We're studying hard, and we know that we can continue to count on support from GetFund to turn our dreams into reality.
At the end of the 4th round, here are the scores. Prempeh College has 56 points. Presec has 63 points. Let's move on to round 5. For the first part, you have 10 seconds to say whether the statement made to your school is true or false. Remember, a mark is deducted from your score for an incorrect answer. On the other hand, you gain 2 points for a correct answer. Your statement, Presec. Log to base A of x raised to power n equals, brackets open, log to base A of x, brackets closed, power n. So log to base A of x raised to power n equals log to base A of x all raised to power n. Yes, Daniel. That is correct. That is correct. Prempeh, the densities of the transition metals, scandium to copper, are higher than those of groups 1 and 2 metals. Yes, Louise.
It's true.
That is correct. Presec, density depends on atomic masses and the number of atoms in a given volume. Yes, Michael.
It's true.
That is correct. Prempeh College, only birds and mammals are poikilothermic. Yes, Jobin?
It's false.
That is correct. Presec, the densities of the metals in the transition series, scandium to copper, are expected to increase from left to right because of decrease in atomic volume. Yes, Daniel?
False.
I'm sorry, Daniel, that is true. Prempeh College, the mass of an atom is equal to the sum of the masses of all the constituent particles of that atom. Yes, Richard?
False.
That is correct. Presec, the odontoid process is associated with the axis. Alfred?
It's true.
That is correct. Prempeh, if y equals log to base A of x, then x equals y raised to power A. Yes, Louise.
It's false.
That is correct. That is correct. Your statement, Presec, if sine x equals 2, then cos x equals 5. Yes, Alfred.
It's false.
I'm sorry, Alfred. That is true. Alfred, false implies false is always true. This is logic. This is not about trigonometry at all. Prempeh College. The fact that chlorine water can displace bromine from bromides is an indication that the standard oxidation potential of chlorine is higher. Jobin.
It's false.
That is correct. Presec. In uniform circular motion, the acceleration vector is always perpendicular to the velocity vector. Do you want to take that, Prempeh? Yes, Louise.
It's true.
That is correct. Your own statement, Prempeh. The olecranon process is associated with the radius. Louise.
It's false.
That is correct. Presec, the ovipositor of the termite is modified to form a sting. Daniel.
It's false.
That is correct. That is false. Prempeh College. Prempeh, if a number is a prime, it has exactly two distinct factors. Yes, Louise.
It's true.
That is correct. Presec your statement. It will require more charge to liberate a mole of chlorine from its salt than a mole of gold from its salts. Alfred.
False.
That is correct. That is false. The final one to you, Prempeh. In uniform circular motion, the acceleration vector and the radius vector are in the same direction. Yes, Jobe.
It's true.
I'm sorry, Jobe. For the second part of round 5, both schools will be competing to be the first to solve 4 riddles. I'll be reading the clues to those riddles, and when the contestants are ready with their solution, they call my attention by ringing a bell. Let's check your bell, Prempeh College. Let's hear the bell from Presec. Good luck to both schools. I'll take the first riddle. I am the object of intense calculation. I am in reality not quite rational. I am much needed in calculations involving circles. Louise.
Pi.
Pi is Prempeh gets 3 points for that effort. And now the second riddle. I do not form as strong relationships with friends as my younger brother. Physically, we both have bent bodies. Perhaps it is in the family. I am a triatomic molecule that could also be described as a binary compound. I am really bothered by my body odor since it is as offensive as it is nauseous. My smell is as bad. Michael.
Zone.
No. My smell is as bad as that of rotten eggs. Who am I? Yes, Louise.
Hydrogen sulfide.
Hydrogen sulfide is correct. Now the third riddle. The city dweller hardly associates me with any part of his body. Instead, he associates me with where he lives. I am, however, a very important process in one of the most important parts of his body. I am definitely at work when his eye is able to focus on objects. Michael, accommodation is. And now the final riddle. I am a term well known to botanists, physicists, and medical officers. To the botanist, I am the dried seed of certain plants like peas and beans. To the physicist, I am a single vibration of sound, light, or electric current. To the medical officer, I am a series of waves of dilation that pass along the arteries. Answer quickly, Jobe.
Pulse.
Pulse is Viewers, at the end of this contest, are you ready for the scores? Presby Boys Secondary School Presec has 74 points. Prempeh College has 80 points. Well, I should say that for this particular contest, there are no winners. Congratulations, Presec, you have taken 4th place in this year's National Science and Maths Quiz Competition. And congratulations, Prempeh College, you have taken 3rd position. Congratulations to both schools. Viewers, next week will bring you the grand finale between St. Peter's Secondary School and Achimota School. Don't miss it. Enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.